Hi, welcome back to my channel and a very happy Deepavali to all of my followers who are celebrating. I hope that you're having a lovely time with your families and loved ones. For those of you who are new and who have not come to my channel before, please subscribe and put the notification button on so that you get all the notifications whenever a new look is coming out. For this particular look, I used many different palettes. You're gonna have to keep up with the number that I used because it was quite a bit, but I had so much fun making it, and this is especially for everyone who's celebrating Deepavali. So have a great time watching the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I've actually prepped my skin and I've used two products that I use on a regular basis. So these are tips for you, so pay attention. So this one is a line minimizing serum. It's really good to smooth out any lines that you have. So I used this along with a firming eye gel. So these are just two of the products that I put onto my face. I do believe that it's very important to prep your face before you actually start applying makeup, because otherwise the makeup's going to go into your pores and it's going to clog things and then you may just get breakouts. So this is actually a way to protect your skin before you apply any makeup. It's a very important step, so make sure that you keep that step and that you do it whenever you're applying makeup. So now that we've done that, I'm going to be moving into my first shade, and that shade is going to be Sokoto. Sokoto is a beautiful red from the Saharan palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to be applying that to the crease of my eyes. And next I'm adding Fire from the Wahala palette because I want my red to be slightly brighter. So I'm adding that right here to the center, and I will be blending this in a bit. So you can see that I started with a brighter red and I'm going into a darker red now when I apply Fire. And I will also be using two more similar shades on the top over here. And now I'm going in with Sauce, which is a darker shade of red, and it's from my Vivid Pigments palette from Raine. So I'm just gonna put a bit of that over here. You can automatically see how much darker this pigment is in comparison to the two that I just put on. So I just wanted that to be as dark as possible. So it's okay if this part's a little bit messy because I'm going to be blending it in, so that's okay. I definitely think that the Sauce red is a very, very nice vivid shade. It's exactly like what the palette has described this shade as, which is vivid, so I'm quite happy with this. And now, just to smoothen out the entire thing, I'm going in with Fifi, which is a metallic red. So I'm pretty sure you should be able to see that this pigment is slightly shiny, and that's because it is a metallic pigment, and this is exactly what I wanted for my eye. So today is all about those. To blend, I'm taking this brush and I'm just gonna run it over my eyes like this, just to kind of blur the edges. I don't want very sharp edges over here, so this is going to help me smoothen those very sharp edges. And now that I've done that base layer, I'm going back in to create my cut crease. So now I'm going in with a beautiful green that's from the Afrique palette, and I'm going to be putting that here in the inner corners of my eyes. Now I'm going in with a beautiful blue from the same Afrique palette. I'm just going to be adding a bit of that right here to the center of my eyes. And I'm going to be blending that in with the green that I already put there. I think I got a little overexcited and I kind of made the green go a bit further than I wanted it to. So I'm going to just be retracing my steps now. So I feel like I have to reach quite a lot for this color, and it's quite crumbly. I'm not getting that depth of color that I want from this. It's not bright enough for me, but it could also be my fault because I kind of went too far with my green. So I noticed that for this particular blue that I used from the Afrique palette, I had to keep going back for a lot of pigment, and I wasn't really happy to do that. I kind of prefer pigments that are very bold upon initially taking them, and it might be my fault because I went a bit further with the green than I actually intended to. So I just hope that I'm gonna get the depth of color that I want. But on the bright side, it is blending really beautifully with the green. And now for the final shade, I'm going to the Douce palette from Juvia's Place, and I'm taking the color called Custard. So this is what I've done so far, and I really think that my blue is not the shade that I really want. I don't know if you can see, but just over here it doesn't really look like it's blending very well with the purple. On this side it is, but I can still see patches, and I just want it to be a lot more vibrant. So I'm actually going to go back to a very old palette that I had for almost 10 years. I know that a lot of people say not to use palettes that are so old, but this was one of the very first palettes I used that led me to actually experiment. with eyeshadow. So I'm taking a similar shade, but it's shimmery, and I'm going to be applying that onto the top of my eyes. And yes, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted this beautiful kind of depth to my color, and you can see that this palette is still working fantastically, even though it's 10 years old. But this is the exact color that I wanted. And now I'm going back to the Saharan, and I'm putting Senegal, which is a lovely shimmer, underneath my eyes. That's all for today. I hope that the video was easy to understand for all of you. I know that today I used a lot of different palettes, but this was because I really wanted my colors to blend and to match with my sari. If you'd like a description of all the products that I've used for this video, just look below in the description box. I hope that you had a good time watching it. If you think that there are friends out there who'd like to see this video, please share it with them. So once again, I just want to wish all of you a very happy Deepavali, and I will see you next week with a brand new video.